Welcome back to your geography class. I'm Sukhdeep Kaur, your geography teacher. Today we are going to continue our chapter number 4, that is entirely about the climate and climate patterns of India particularly. In that case, by now we have discussed two particular topics. So within the first class we have discussed about climate weather, followed by the topics climate controls, factor affecting Indian climate. Now, in today's class, we are going to discuss about the seasons, the distribution of the season according to the climatic pattern of India. I've already introduced the seasons to you. In the context of India, what are the seasons experienced within the India subcontinent according to Indian climate? So, the seasons are summer and winter, quite obviously, common one, but instead of autumn and spring, within India, we do experience advancing or arrival of monsoon season and retreating monsoon as well. So we are going to discuss entirely about all these four seasons along with their varied features, as in what is the duration of the seasons and what kind of climatic conditions sustains throughout or during these seasons. So let's start our today's class. The seasons, the monsoon type of climate. Monsoon type of climate, as it is the name given to the Indian climate, tropical monsoon climate or monsoon climate. The monsoon type of climate is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. Distinct, that is a unique one. So that uniqueness comes with the monsoon part itself, as it brings the rain and the rain retreats as well. Coming ahead, the weather conditions greatly change from one season to the other. As for example, in summers, the temperature will extreme rise, and in the winters, the temperature will extremely, it will lower down. So these changes are particularly noticeable. We do wear winter clothes, we do wear summer clothes. We do eat warm food, hot food in winters, we do eat I won't say the cold food, but yes, according to the seasonal changes, temperature changes, we do opt such kind of foods and other things as well. Noticeable in the interior parts of the country. Moving ahead with the particular description, the coastal areas, they don't experience much variation in temperature because of the presence of the water bodies by both the side, by the east side, by the west side of India subcontinent. Though there is variation in the rainfall pattern depending on to these seasons. The climate is not that affected as in the terms of temperature. So temperature almost sustains on the same part, and I'm not saying neither too hot nor too cold. I'm talking about the moderate climate or moderate temperature. Main season 4 are there, and they can be identified in India with some regional variations. So cold and hot, that is winter and summer, advancing arrival monsoon and retreating monsoon. Now is the time to discuss individually. So first of all, the cold weather season, that is the winter season. So they begins from mid-November. So these things do come for the 1 mark question, either an MCQ or anyhow. You should learn them. Although my entire written part carries questions, multiple of them, but still it's my duty to recall the things again and again for you. So here is that part. So this duration of November or from mid-November stays till February, it is the duration of winter season in India. And the coldest months during this duration, coldest months in the northern part of India particularly are December and January. As January comes to an end, the temperature starts rising. Not frequently, but yes, it starts rising. The temperature decreases from south to north. As we move towards the extreme northern part of India, temperature almost falls beneath 0 degree. So average temperature in the southern part of India, not exactly in the southern part, yeah, by the water body side, Chennai. So on the eastern coast, the Chennai region lies, and it is the capital of which state? I hope you are in 9th class. Everyone knows about the states and their capitals. So kindly consider that. So 24 degree to 25 degrees Celsius. Remember, I have told you that within India, we do consider the measuring unit of Celsius to measure the temperature of any place. And in the northern plains, temperature goes from 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Days are warm and nights are cold. So it depends on exactly which region we are talking about. So average temperatures are given. Frost. What is frost? So frost is the climatic condition where during night particularly, and moreover after midnight, the temperature falls up to such an extent that a crystalline layer, likewise whenever we keep water for the freezing part within the freezers, what happens? The water simultaneously slowly starts turning into solid form. So the frost is the thin solid form to be considered, because I don't have any other word to explain it. But yes, in simplest and general language, the crystalline structure of thinnest ice does take a layer onto the grass and vegetation lying almost near to the surface of the earth. So that is frost. So frost is common in the north by the December end and January first week prominently. On the higher slopes of the Himalayas also frost is experienced, and the Himalayas do experience a snowfall as well. During this season, the northeast trade winds. What are trade winds? Northeast is the direction. So again, there is a quick story beneath this heading or topic of trade winds. The winds are named as trade winds because, centuries ago, as it is a story, so it is from the past itself. Summing up the story, these winds, the particular winds that used to blow into the equator or almost to the equator region, that helps the ships for the sailing part. The ships, centuries ago, the ships used to sail for the trade part, and sometimes due to the lack of the blowing wind or flowing wind, these ships used to get stuck in between their passage within the water body itself. So these winds, whenever they used to blow, they used to help in the sailing part of the ship. So they came to be known as trading winds or trade winds. So we are talking about those winds. During this season, the northeast trade winds prevail. They are present, they do occupy over the country, or they occupy the region over the country. They blow from land to sea. So as they are originating from land, they are dry winds, and they are moving toward the sea. So another concern is of high pressure and low pressure also, kindly don't forget. In winters, what kind of temperature sustains over land? Low temperature, so high pressure. And how does winds move from the high pressure to the low pressure areas? And low pressure will be sustaining over the water body. So for most part of the country, it is a dry season. We are talking about the winter season itself. Some amount of rainfall occurs on the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds, and the last rainfall experienced by the India subcontinent. As here they blow from sea to land, carrying moisture from the Bay of Bengal itself. A weak high pressure region forms in northern India, and effect is light outward winds. These winds get influenced by the relief. Relief, we are talking about mountain. So they do blow through the Ganga valley from the west and the northwest. So the region is given to us, and the direction of the wind is with us, that blows entirely through the winter season in India. And characteristics of the winter season: it remains clear sky most of the time. Low temperature sustains low humidity because the temperature is less and the climate remains dry. And feeble variable winds. Sometimes, actually, the fluctuation is the good word, suitable word, more than the usage of good thing. So suitable word over here. As they do suddenly starts blowing in good speed, suddenly they do stops. Then cyclonic disturbances from the west. West, we are talking about the European part. Where does the Mediterranean Sea lies? So cyclonic disturbances from the west and northwest part. That brings heavy snowfall, if not heavy, but it brings rainfall to the north part of India. And snowfall quite obviously occurs in the higher altitude regions, Ladakh, Jammu, Kashmir, Uttaranchal, not Uttaranchal, bhai, Uttarakhand and the Himachal Pradesh itself. And the rainfall is experienced in the Punjab, Haryana, not entire Rajasthan, but yes, northern part of Rajasthan and northern part of UP as well, that is Uttar Pradesh. So a characteristic feature of this season over the northern plains. Low pressure system sustains originate over the Mediterranean Sea and Western Asia move into India along with the westerly flow. So the westerly winds help these western disturbances to enter India subcontinent, and that leads to the occurrence of high snowfall and rainfall, causes winter rains in the plains and snowfall in the mountains. And one of the particular wind that blows during this winter season is known as Mahavat. As what does this wind brings in India? Winter rainfall, and very important for the rabi crops, the crops that are sown before the winter season and are to be harvested by the end of the winter season or the beginning of the summer season. Related to this only, the peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season because of the presence of the water body by the eastern and western part of southern India. So winter temperatures remain stable due to the sea's moderating effect. What is the moderating effect of the sea? Because if the winds are originating from there, they are comprising moisture content within them. Now, the summer season, also hot weather season. Duration and other features. So, the sun's apparent northward movement shifts the global heat belt north. Global heat belt we are talking about. So, we are talking about the globally northern hemisphere experiences. Globally means internationally, the northern hemisphere experiences summer season, and the duration is from March to May, and that marks India's hot weather season. Within this, we do have the variety of temperatures with us. As in March, highest temperature sustains and it goes above 38 degrees Celsius within the Deccan Plateau. In April, temperature rises up to 42 degrees Celsius within the Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh region, and in May, temperature rises up to 45 and can cross 45 degrees Celsius within the northwest India. So, March to May, fluctuation of the temperature within the varied region of India subcontinent, that to northern India we are talking about. In peninsular India, so the South India, temperatures remain lower. Reason is more the temperature, more the evaporation, more the condensation, more the precipitation. So, reason is moderating influence of the oceans. And in northern India, the temperature keeps on rising, that leads to the falling air pressure. That is how the rain is going to occur. Then by late May, almost by the end of May, a low pressure area forms because that is the beginning of the arrival monsoon or advancing monsoon season. So that such kind of low pressure area forms over the Thar desert to Patna in Bihar and Chota Nagpur plateau by the West Bengal region part. So air circulation starts around this trough. Trough means sunken region, if not that sunken, but the region having lower altitude. Lu. As Mahavat was, I won't say common, but yes, Mahavat is a particularly winter wind. Lu is particularly the summer wind. That too flows or blows entirely into the northern part of India. That too within the northern western part of India. So, a striking feature of the hot season, as these are the strong, gusty, hot and dry winds. These blows during the days over the north and northwestern India. Sometimes they even continue until late in the evening, till 6 o'clock, 6:30 also. Direct exposure to these winds may even prove to be fatal, dangerous to our life. Many people dies due to the effect of the Lu because they are so harsh, hot also. May month sees frequent dust storms in the northern India that calls for the rain. So these storms lower the temperature and bring relief through the light rain and cool breeze. So prominent features related to that. This season sees localized thunderstorm. As the temperature will rise, the sudden rise in temperature will lead to the sudden occurrence of rainfall also. So strong winds blows, that brings the torrential rain and hail. Torrential, heavy rainfall because of the extreme temperature. So extreme temperature means high temperature leads to low pressure. Low pressure means either no winds or least winds. That leads to the heavy rainfall or hailstorm also, known as, and there are some varied names and prominent names given to such winds that brings heavy rainfall or hails. They are Kal Baisakhi, and they do occur in West Bengal. Good for which crop? They are good for all the types of crops, particularly grown in the West Bengal region. And Kal Baisakhi is the name given, but particularly particularly summer season, prominent kind of wind flows or blows in certain areas that are good for the regional agriculture. For example, we do have these. Late summer brings pre-monsoon showers before the monsoon enters India, especially in Kerala and Karnataka region. They help in the early ripening of the mangoes. So for the ripening of the mangoes, which showers are very good? They are mango showers. These are experienced in the parts of Kerala and Karnataka. So that was all about our chapter. Not the entire chapter, actually one of the topic of the chapter, that was entirely comprising the seasons. So that is all about the today's class. As we have discussed the entire concept of seasons, it's the time to recall the today's class discussion. So which phenomenon phenomena causes winter rainfall in the northern plains of India? That is western disturbances originating from the western part of the world, that is Europe continent. We are linking it to India subcontinent, that's why. Now, what is Loo? So, it is a type of thunderstorm? No. It is a cold breeze? No. A local sea breeze? No. It is a strong, hot and dry wind that blows in the north and northwest region of India, particularly during summers. That was all about this class. I hope things are clear to you. So, see you soon within the next class with the almost last discussion of this going on chapter number 4. So, till then, take care. Bye-bye.